Hey guys, welcome back to the Totally Random Talk Show. And today we have a special episode for y'all. It's a Halloween themed episode today. We decided to do Halloween themed topics with one random one at the end that we'll choose, which is exciting. So, Trayson, do you want to tell them what our topics are?
Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so our topics for you guys today are on pumpkin carving, trick-or-treating, corn mazes, skeletons, candy, and obviously the random word. Now, we did want to switch it up, we do the letter topic segment all the time, but since it's near Halloween, we wanted to do a Halloween theme for you guys. And we'll be sure to do a Christmas one as well, so be waiting for that.
And maybe Thanksgiving.
Maybe we'll do a Thanksgiving one. Yeah, I guess you'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. So let's hop right into it with our first topic: pumpkin carving. Let's see.
All right. Well, I have a lot I can say about this, to be honest. I love pumpkins a lot. I don't know. There's just something about them that's really cool. But I hate squash, so that already doesn't make a lot of sense because pumpkins are squash. But there's just something about pumpkins that I like,
Yeah.
Part of it is pumpkin carving, obviously, because, carve pumpkins and stuff. Like last year, I carved a pumpkin and it had a face on it, right? Face of Dwight Schrute from The Office. It was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. It was really funny. But, yeah. And you always scoop out the guts inside and stuff. But the one thing I like doing is I take the guts, and I get out all the pumpkin seeds, and then we bake the pumpkin seeds and put salt on them. A lot of people don't like pumpkin seeds, but I'm one of those people that actually does like them. They taste pretty good once you salt them good.
Yeah, but you have to get it just right, because sometimes if you burn them, then they're kind of bad. But
yeah, they just don't taste good.
I mean, that's expected with burnt food, usually. If you burn anything, it's not going to taste as good.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful how long you cook stuff.
Yeah, obviously. But yeah, there's just something about pumpkin carving that is just, it's fun and everyone likes it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the time of year where we have more holidays, I feel like. It goes Halloween, and then we have Thanksgiving, and then we have Christmas the next month. So it's kind of like the stack of holidays, right? Well, for America at least. I don't know about other countries, because some countries celebrate, different things. Some people don't celebrate Halloween because of what, they believe different things, and how they don't celebrate it. And there are some people who celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, things like that. But I feel like pumpkin carving, even if you don't celebrate Halloween, would be a fun thing to do. But it's just we do it usually during Halloween, It's like, I want to try carving a watermelon or something like that. It would be interesting.
Yeah.
I bet that would be easier, because watermelon, you just kind of cut it out, I guess. Because you could cut out the whole inside of the watermelon and just plop it right out. With the pumpkin, you have to scoop it all out and everything. And it's also hard when I'm not very good at art or anything like that, and so then I carve a pumpkin. It's like, what am I going to do? Like, I have no idea,
Yeah, just good. Yeah, but honestly, I feel like carving a watermelon would be really cool. Carve a jack-o'-melon.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would just be super messy.
Yeah.
Same as a pumpkin, I guess, but there'd be a lot of water everywhere because it's a watermelon.
Yeah, you're right. I guess.
So.
Yeah, no, pumpkins are probably better though, because of their shape too. Because watermelons are more of an oval kind of shape. They probably just roll around more than look nice, I guess.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah.
Anyways, our next topic is on trick-or-treating. It's probably the biggest thing of Halloween. To dress up and go get candy, which is pretty awesome, actually. This is the time of year where kids get just tons of candy, like too much.
Massive amounts.
Yeah.
Some people do this thing, right, where I don't do it, so I can't really say exactly how it works, but a lot of kids leave out their candy, right,
Hmm.
on the porch, and then the next day on the porch there will be like a gift. It's kind of like Christmas, but you give all your candy away,
Hmm.
and then like some, I don't know, it's just like, I think it's the Great Pumpkin or something, but yeah, the Great Pumpkin like comes and gives you something. Like some people I've heard have gotten like a Switch if they trade in all their candy, or cool things like that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a cool, fun little thing. And I don't do that because I want to eat my candy every time I get it. Like it just looks too inviting, and I'm like, oh, I want to eat that so bad. I'm just staring at it the whole time, mouth watering, and yeah.
Yeah. And there are also some houses where you'll get, like, some houses will give one piece of candy, but some houses will give you like a full handful, even more, and they just like start piling candy into your bag.
Oh, yes.
And then there's also the houses where they're like, you can choose a single like candy bar, like a king size candy bar. And I've even had houses where they like give out a candy bar and like a toy or something like that. So it's like a tiny little like bouncy ball or something like that, It's like they're going all out because, it's just to random people on the street. Anybody could go trick-or-treating. And also, did you know that the city I live in Utah, is actually the safest for trick-or-treating? So,
oh my god,
pretty good for me.
dude, that's legit.
Yeah.
See, where I live, there's a lot of great places, right? There's a place that gives out sodas to everyone.
Oh yeah.
There's like 2 places that give out king size candy bars. But a lot of people just give you like 1 or 2 pieces of candy. They're like, here you go. And then you look at the candy and it's like off brand. You're like, what is this? So, yeah. Now the real question is, are you going trick-or-treating this year?
Yeah, probably. Last 2 years I went with my friends, and we went around their neighborhood. They have a lot of good houses there, and their dad usually cooks hot dogs, which is nice.
Nice.
Everyone comes around from the neighborhood, and even like from where we live, which is a couple blocks away. It's like everyone comes around and they have hot dogs. And last time we watched the World Series too. There,
Nice.
we watched part of it, but then we left because we wanted to go trick-or-treating before it got dark. But
Yeah.
things like that make Halloween nice, just getting together. But this year we have to be more careful, wear masks, make sure you're distanced. Just be careful all around. And if there's any sketchy houses, don't take candy from those.
See, that's what got me frustrated, because I didn't really want to wear a mask. I was like, yeah, I don't want to do that. So I'm sorry to say, but I'm not going trick-or-treating this year. But that doesn't mean that I'm not doing something awesome. My plan this year is I'm going to do a Halloween party,
Yeah.
something cool like that. And I'm still definitely going to dress up. Like, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Like, I know some people that are just like, yeah, I'm not going to dress up. I'm too old for it. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
No one's ever too old
My
for
dad is dressing up as an inflatable dinosaur. Or not the dinosaur, the dragon, which is even better because it has wings.
That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, you're never too old to dress up for Halloween, nor go trick-or-treating. Yet, I don't see very many adults going trick-or-treating.
Yeah. They usually
So-
take their kids.
Yeah. So, what are you going to be for Halloween then?
Okay, so I have to kind of explain this in depth a little bit. So, first, I'll be wearing mostly normal clothes, right? Like just jeans and a shirt, a plain colored shirt, probably gray, and tennis
You should
shoes.
do white.
And then I'm going to wear, I got a really nice leather jacket. Sorry, but I'm flexing on everybody right now. But yeah, I got a really nice
Oh.
leather jacket with very nice print inside, and then I painted a shield, like Captain America's shield, So then
Mhm.
I'll be just Captain America, but not in his, I don't know, what would you call his fighting outfit, his tactical suit? I don't know,
Yeah,
but
something like
yeah,
that.
but just
Yeah, just in his normal
yeah,
leather jacket,
his
but he's
normal
got a
clothes.
shield.
And the
Yeah,
shield we
like in Iron
painted is
Maiden.
pretty nice. We just have to put an extra protective coat on it. But yeah, I'm
Mhm.
pretty excited because usually my costumes aren't this planned out. Usually it's like 1 week before Halloween and like, what am I going to dress up as? This time we planned it out a
Yeah.
lot earlier, and so it's going to be pretty nice. What about you?
I already bought my Halloween costume. I bought it as a joke, just cause like I was like, oh my gosh, this would be hilarious at school. But I am going to be Perry the Platypus for Halloween.
That's
I
awesome.
bought a onesie,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. Like I nearly cried when I saw it. It was that good. But yeah, I just bought it for laughs. I wanna see how many people are like, yo, it's Perry the Platypus. Look at that. Everyone freaks out and stuff.
If you can find
So yeah.
a fedora, you can just take it off.
Oh, it has a fedora
Okay.
already.
And if you can take it
It
off,
already has a fedora, so
you just
I'm
be
all
like,
good.
oh, it's Perry the Platypus when he's at home versus when he's fighting bad guys, kicking Doofenshmirtz's butt.
Yeah. I wish I could take like the fedora off
Yeah.
and stuff, but like it's
You
sewn
like
on,
cut it
so
out.
can't really do that. Yeah. But yeah, it should be legit. It's supposed to get here tomorrow, so Monday,
It's pretty cool.
which will be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see. It was like $30, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Plus, I had a bunch of money to spare, so I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, might as well, It's pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some onesies that are like $70. People buy them.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, why would you buy such an
Crazy.
expensive costume?
I don't
Like, I
know.
mean, this is my most expensive costume this year just because of the leather jacket. But usually I go for things that will last longer than once. I don't like wearing costumes that I'll wear only once. So like last year,
Yeah.
I wore an Infinity Gauntlet and I painted my face, right? So I was Thanos. But I didn't
Mhm.
wear a costume other than the Infinity Gauntlet. And I still have it, because it lights up. It's pretty cool. And I feel like
Yeah.
I save more of what I dress up as for Halloween and use it later on too.
Yeah. See, that's why I bought this, is because it works for Halloween costume. It's also pajamas, so I can wear it to bed all the time, and that'll be awesome. And then sometimes, like at my school, they let you like wear pajamas
Oh,
to
yeah.
school, like the day before Christmas break, right?
Yeah.
So that's another plus. And it's super warm, is what it said on the thing, because it was like it's made out of polar fleece, and I'm like, I've never even heard of that before, but it sounds awesome. So it's like supposed to keep you really
Yeah.
warm. It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting multiple uses out of this.
hmm Yeah, and with a leather
Instead
jacket,
of like,
That-
you buy a Power Rangers
Yeah,
costume
one
and you wear
time.
it once.
unless you really wanted to, you go to school one day and just barge in with your Power Rangers costume.
Yeah, because technically you could do that. I just don't see why anyone would.
Yeah, no. that would not
Like-
be good.
That'd be so random. You pop into school wearing a Power Ranger costume.
What you have to do is sit there doing the 4-minute charge up thing where they're getting into the big giant suit, right? It's like, what is the bad guy doing
Yeah.
then? He's just standing there like, oh, this is interesting. Let's see where this goes.
No, what you gotta do is you gotta get all your friends
Oh, yeah.
together, and then you all have to be Power Rangers, and then you have to just run around the school and do super cool fighting stances and moves and stuff.
Yeah, and you
and,
have to
do
call her out.
jump kicks and you do
Like,
cool
Power
stuff in
fist,
the air.
energy punch, and you punch somebody, and they're like, "Why'd you punch me?"
Yeah, you're like the super ultra mega hyper stance. It's like it just keeps going and rising after that, because that's how the show
Yeah.
is. Like they're like super mega punch, that didn't work. Super Mega Ultra Punch. Super Mega Ultra Hyper Turbo Punch. And then it's not even enough, so they have to go even
And there's
higher.
they build a giant robot, and then
Every single episode.
and then they just like punch the bad guy. They're just like, get out of here.
So
Yeah.
random.
It's pretty good though. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I've only seen it like twice,
Uh,
but those 2 times were the greatest watching or viewing TV. I don't know. I can't even speak.
yeah.
Anyways,
They're so good because, oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so many reasons why Power Rangers are awesome.
yeah. So going a little bit back to where, like, you were talking about how the onesie would be warm, you know, you can like sleep in it as pajamas. Well, the leather jacket, it's the same. Like, I tried it on and I was like, wow, this thing is really warm. Like, it's surprising how
Yeah.
warm you get in a leather jacket. I don't know. I guess that's kind of why lots of animals have, like, their skin is like that, because it is kind of skin, I guess. But then, yeah, and there's no reason for me to just use the leather jacket once, you know. Like, I could use it for multiple years because they last a long time, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, let's go on to our next topic, which is corn mazes.
I love corn mazes. Every time I walk through a corn maze, I look at like the corn stalks and I see like the corn hanging off it, and I'm like, ooh, because it just looks so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, that sounds really dumb, actually, but like, I don't know. Just corn, like, it looks cool when it's hanging half off the stalk.
Yeah. I don't know. Fall time itself is pretty cool, you know, like the whole theme of fall and how everything is kind of getting ready for winter. But then spring is like it's reborn, right? Fall is kind of that time, I don't know, everybody kind of forgets about it. It is a little bit short, but the best part is when you get to go to a corn maze. There are literal corn pools. Like, they have corn just sitting there, like, it's all dried out, right? There's just giant piles of it, and you just like jump in, and it like goes up to
Those are fun.
goes up to like your shin, and it's like you swim in the corn. It's amazing.
Picture if they actually filled an entire pool full of corn.
Olympic
You would
swimmers.
literally just sink into the corn.
That would be horrifying. Imagine drowning in corn. You just like sit there.
It would be like
Like,
quicksand for
That's
corn.
the worst. It wouldn't even be able to support you because it separates. So you would have such a hard time getting out. You'd have to walk under the corn, right? And like slowly like get your breaths in to survive. That'd be scary.
Oh man. You'd literally have to do what you're supposed to do if you get stuck in quicksand. You know, you lay on your back and then you gotta like kick your legs slightly to
Mhm.
get your way out. Yes, I watched Door and it was awesome. I watched it like
Yeah.
last week, so I know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
I watched it a couple months before that, so I kind of know what you're talking about.
That movie was actually way better than
Mhm.
I thought it would be. Because like I loved the show, I praised it as a kid, and so I just thought, you know, the live
Yeah,
action
just-
would be like dissing
Yeah, totally.
the original
I
show.
thought a similar thing, but then it was better. Yeah,
But no, it was good. It was
they did
good.
it well.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I like corn mazes.
yeah.
They're good.
It's like sometimes it's hard to find your way out, depending on where you start. I feel like I've done one where I started at one point and it was really easy to get out, right? But then you go from the other side, it's like, how do you even get through this? Like, it's the same maze, but it's so hard to get through going a different way.
Yeah. It's just like so impossible. See, that's when you pull out Google Maps and you're like, I got hacks.
Until you realize
Because you're like,
that the place you go to is too new to be on Google Maps, and so it doesn't show it. And then you just like
that's
sit there and you're
true.
like, what do I do?
You get lost.
You can kind of
You're, like,
look
sitting there.
towards the direction where you know you came out or went into. You know, you're like, okay, this way, or like
Yeah.
mountains or something. I guess if you're in a place without mountains, that'd be hard. But for us, we're like, there's mountains over here. So
Kansas.
yeah, Kansas. Oh man.
Toto. I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
That movie is, I don't know, it's so weird. Like the first dance number with the, what are they called? They're like the people that live there. I can't remember what they're called. Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
Munchkins, or
Munchkins?
yeah, and they're like
Yeah, the
dancing,
Munchkins.
right? And it's so weird because it's just right off the bat. She like gets out of her house and there's the dead witch under her house.
Ding dong, the witch is dead,
And-
witch old witch.
and then
the
they're just
wicked
like,
witch.
Yay!
And
They're
they
like,
just start
you're the
singing
best.
along,
Yeah, you
like,
just murdered
randomly.
someone. It's so weird.
And then the wicked witch comes in like, and they all hide and stuff. Like they literally just disappear.
Yeah, they're like, well, you're on your own now.
And then the witch appears. And you're like, where did she come from? You get super confused. The scary thing though is like they made that movie really well.
Uh-huh.
I love that movie. But like, you'll notice that like in almost every scene of that movie, the Wicked Witch is in it, and it's like a, you know, like if they put like a Where's Waldo
yeah.
in a movie, you know, you have to try to find Where's Waldo in every scene. Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
like that. If you actually like look into the background of every scene, you'll notice that the Wicked Witch is there, and it's
Yeah.
scary. It's really
And
scary.
what's interesting is, you know, all the characters from her house, you know, from Kansas, are put into it.
Mhm.
You know, like the Scarecrow is someone she knows, you know, and it's like, it's interesting
Yeah,
because in the end it's kind of like, oh, it was not really there, but at the same time it was, you know. It's
yeah,
really
which is
weird.
Really weird.
And apparently there are a few books in that from that author for that, so like she goes back to Oz and stuff like that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, like that one movie, Return to
Yeah.
Oz. Oh my gosh, never
Yeah,
watched
it's-
that movie.
It's not as good.
No, it's scary. Like it's pretty much just a horror movie.
What? Bro, I've only seen little parts of it, so
Oh.
I have no idea.
Oh, you're lucky, dude. You're lucky. I had to sit through the whole movie, and I hated it. That thing was scary, right? Like there's like these weird guys with like way too much
Uh-huh.
makeup on, so
Yeah.
they look really scary. And they got
What?
wheels for hands, so they literally like just move around on wheels. And they're
Wheels for
scary.
hands? That's
Yeah, they're called wheelers. and
That's
it's
literally
scary.
that is a horror movie, dude. Literally, they give them like a horrible
I know.
name that plays off of their disability, I guess you could say. It's like,
Yeah. Oh, and then there's like a super weird lady, you know? She's like a
Uh-huh.
witch, right? She said she was a good witch, but then like they're like walking through
Yeah.
her house, right? And she's literally like they pull like a lever, right? And there's like this secret room, and there's just a bunch
What?
of heads
dude,
everywhere.
That
And she's like this weird person that like wears
Bro,
other
seriously,
people's heads. And
like,
it's really
what did
scary.
Dorothy do in between her first dream and this?
I don't know.
Bro, what trauma did she go through to dream?
I don't even know, but apparently, like, this is like, you know, the setting is like 6 months after she had her 1st
Uh-huh.
dream. It's
Oh,
really
maybe it actually
weird.
wasn't a dream. Maybe it was like played off as a dream, but it was actually there. You know what I mean? Like, because that seems
Yeah.
like it would be.
All I know is the first movie is
Uh-huh.
really great. I love the first movie. You know, it's a classic. Everyone loves it. But then the second movie is like, it's
Oh.
nightmares. You know?
It's like, I don't know. There are like some movies, like The Sixth Sense. I can't say sixth. I don't know why. But anyways, that movie is like, it's not really meant to be really scary. You know, it's kind of more just confusing and suspenseful. And then in the end, when you really kind of figure out what's going on with the story, you're like, whoa. But during the movie, the whole time, you're just like, this is really scary. And it's still, you know, it gives you nightmares, but it's also that movie's different. It's kind of like once you really figure it out, you're like, whoa, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh man, there's so many like movies that aren't even rated PG-13. They're just scary.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you've ever seen Coraline,
Oh,
but that movie
that
freaks me
oh,
out.
all of those kind of like uh yeah,
The stop
they're pretty
motion
creepy just
animation.
because of the way they make them. You know, just that claymation is pretty creepy in of itself.
Yeah. There's only a couple movies that I like that have claymation, and even then, it's animated halfway. Like Flushed Away, it's like a mix between claymation
Mhm.
and animation, and I like that movie because
Yeah.
it's funny. Like they made it really funny. And then there's like Wallace and Gromit, which is
Uh-huh.
like classic, but it's still claymation, so it's kind of sketch. And then there's like other
Oh,
movies like Chicken Run.
yeah, but it's
That's a
also
good
pretty
movie.
creepy. I don't know, it's kind of scary. Like when they're gonna be made into pies,
Yeah.
it's like, bruh, you just really going to take these
Uh,
talking chickens and make them
Chicken
into pies?
pies.
Like they even acknowledge that they could talk, and they're just like, you can talk, but we're gonna make you into pies anyways. But there's
Yeah.
better ways to make money.
It's, I know, right? Like just sell your farm and go do something with your life.
Yeah, like you're gonna run out of chickens eventually.
They should have done like a how Chicken Run should have ended
Yeah.
video.
Uh-huh.
Like they make those for like movies and stuff, right? Like how
Uh-huh.
Endgame should have ended and stuff. Yeah, they should have done one of those
Yeah.
for Chicken Run. Except like they just sell the farm and move away.
Set the chickens free.
And that's it.
Or they make them all into pies and then they move away.
Wow.
Okay.
Someone's dark
Hey.
today.
Sorry, it's a Halloween episode. Might as well go down that route.
Yeah, you're right. Otherwise we wouldn't be talking about like scary movies like Return to Oz that give me nightmares.
Never watch
that movie.
Insidious
Never.
either. Don't even sit in the same room with somebody watching it. Just because I didn't even watch it. I was just sitting there, right before bed, and I'm like listening to this happen, and I'm like, why?
Yeah. Well, should we
Yeah.
move on to our next topic then?
Spent a lot of time
Which is
getting random.
spooky, scary skeletons. JK, it's just skeletons.
Ooh, see, skeletons. They're a good Halloween decoration, right? Well, fake skeletons, not real skeletons. Don't use real skeletons. But they're a good decoration, but they're also super expensive. Sometimes, like, there are some skeletons where they're supposed to stay in the same place that you keep them, right? So, like, you can move their arm and it'd stay up, like they're waving or something. But they're, like, some of them, they're pretty small and they're like $20, and there's some that are $50, pretty crazy prices. And it kind of makes sense because they are decorations that that are supposed to stay in the same place, but they're still really expensive.
Yeah.
And then
Honestly, like, skeletons, like, it really depends, because some skeletons, like decorations, obviously, not the real thing. Some of them, they're so good, they look real, but they're like $250 per thing. And then there's those dollar store ones that, like, they look the part, but they're like literally like a foot tall.
like gremlins. You just have little gremlins running around your yard. Yeah. And one interesting thing, like about real skeletons, right, is we have, was it 232? It's somewhere around there. How many bones we have?
Mm-hmm. And then our smallest bone is like the size of
In
a
your
grain of
ears,
rice.
you have the smallest bones.
That's cool.
Oh, okay, so 206 bones. I don't know why I thought of 230, but yeah, 206 or about 213 if the fused vertebrae you have are counted as independent bones. So, anyways, yeah, we have a lot of bones in our body, and they each do their job, right? But one thing I think is interesting is there are two bones, well, two like sections of bone in your body, right, that are the most important. I think that'd be your spine and your skull. Your skull protects your brain from damage, and your spine also holds up your skull, and it holds up the rest of your body. You know, it's like those two, like, sections of your body are really important. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And to add a third to that, you could say the rib cage.
Yeah.
Because that keeps all your vital organs
I guess,
intact
well,
and stuff. Although, you can break
ouch.
ribs all the time.
Yeah.
So, it's just not very fun.
I mean, all of your bones are important. You could say your legs are important too, because those hold you up. But there are also people that live without their legs, and same with arms. But I don't know. All of our bones are pretty important, which is why, you know, you gotta take good care of yourself. You want, when you break a bone or something, go get help. Don't just leave it there, you know, to heal in the wrong way. And also, you know, brush your teeth. They're bone too, and those are probably pretty important. You don't want to lose your teeth, you know. So just take good care of yourself, because later on you might regret some things you do that mess, you know, like you break your toe and you leave it. It's like for the rest of your life your toe might be wrong.
That would not be very fun.
One last thing on skeletons is in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland, they couldn't find good skulls to use, right? They were fake. And so some of the skulls in Pirates of the Caribbean were fake. Or no, not fake, sorry, real. Like real actual skulls, right?
Oh.
And by now they've been removed, but for a while they had real skulls, human skulls, in Pirates of the Caribbean ride because they couldn't find ones that looked real enough, which is kind of creepy. Like, ew.
Jeez. But hey, that's what made the ride pretty much.
Seeing all the skeletons.
It's still scary though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that ride's
whenever we
great.
go to Disneyland, like the past 2 times we've been, which are, I don't know, pretty far apart, but also not too far, we go on that ride a ton. We always go when, like, it's not busy and just go a couple times, you know? It's pretty fun.
I feel like the time that's the least busy is in the nighttime, you know, when
with
everyone's
their kids
leaving and stuff. See, I'd probably just go on that ride over and over again.
Well, in California Adventure, on the Grizzly River Run, that's my favorite ride. Oh, I love that ride. But there's one time where right before the park was closing, we were on that ride, right? So we asked the attendants if we could stay on the ride, right? So we just stayed on the ride, and we kept going around a couple times, right? We never even got off. We stayed in the same seats and everything. It was so fun because we were the last people too, awesome. And so we just got to keep going for a while until it closed. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was the best. We just kept going around and around. I think that night, my brother Abram threw up.
Oh, that's rough.
So you can obviously tell it was very fun.
Speaking of getting sick, this next topic could get you very sick if you eat too much of it. That is candy. I love candy.
I want candy. I want candy.
Yeah.
If you know the words, sing them, because I don't know the words.
I know tunes to songs, right? But I never know words to songs. So I'll like hum a song or stuff like that, or whistle. But I can never remember the words to songs because half the time I hear them wrong. You know, it's like if somebody were to say, I like cake, I'd see like, I like to bake. It's like, Wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. That's the wrong words, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
sometimes that happens to me. But, yeah. So,
candy.
out of all the candy in the world, which one is your
That's
favorite?
that's tough. See, I'm more of sweet and kind of sour, kind of that route of candy. So fruity, I guess you could say. So like Sour Patch Kids and Skittles and Starbursts. You know, I like chocolate sometimes, but I don't know. There's something that changed in Hershey's bar that made it kind of burn in your throat. It was like they added some chemicals or something like that. I have no idea. Just something they changed the slightest little bit
Yeah.
made it just not as good. And so then I don't know. I'll go
Mhm.
Cadbury and chocolate and Dove chocolate. Pretty good. Just don't eat Dove soap.
Yeah, that was good.
They make soap and chocolate, so you don't want to
No.
eat their soap.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I
Fancy.
like Sour Patch Kids. They're pretty good. I like those. What about you?
So, my favorite candy, guys, is obviously Cowtails.
Oh yeah, they're pretty
Those
good.
things are good. I love Cowtails so much. Like, it's literally just a stick of like caramel and marshmallow cream stuffed inside the caramel, and
Yeah.
it's good. I love it. But other than that, I also like
Mhm.
Sour Patch Kids, and I'd have to agree with you on the Hershey's. Although
Yeah.
cookies and cream every
Yeah,
time
you're right.
gets me. I love that
And
stuff.
I don't know. There's just something about it. I like the almond ones because for some reason the chocolate isn't the same. You know, like with the just plain Hershey's chocolate bar. There's something that kind of changed a little bit that made it a little bit weird. I'm not sure what it is. Then with the other ones, like the Hershey's almond bar,
Yeah.
that one's pretty good too, and the cookies and cream, and also Oreos. Do those count as candy? Let's see. What's the definition of candy?
No, they do. They do, because they're super sugary.
Candy definition. Typing on the computer.
Not to mention, I get Oreos sometimes when I go trick-or-treating.
Oh yeah.
Like the little packages of Oreos,
The Okay. Anyways, let's see. A sweet food made with sugar or syrup combined with fruit, chocolate, or nuts. So let's think. A sweet food, the filling of an Oreo, combined with fruit, chocolate. The chocolate is the one, probably. And also, have you seen there are cookies and cream Oreos? So Oreo flavored Oreos? Like what? Who made that?
That's genius. Oh my gosh. Dude. That just sounds
Just
awesome.
Imagine like saying that it's just Oreo flavored Oreos, like extra Oreo flavored. So good. Just triple stuffed.
Oh,
Yeah, same.
I'm so hungry
Or
now.
like, imagine having
My
like
mouth
a
is
quadruple
literally
stuffed
watering.
Oreo. Just be the thick Oreo. A hamburger sized Oreo.
Thick Oreos.
See, Oreo,
Dude,
just
that would be
call me or
be a
email me. I
treat.
have lots of great ideas of what you could do to make probably millions of dollars off of new ideas. So yeah, just please call me. I need this. Oh wait, I've
Oreo
had a
cake.
frozen ice cream Oreo cake before, and it was amazing. It was delicious. Oh, okay.
No, but it's like a
Yeah,
cake
I
shaped
see what
like
you-
an
I see
Oreo,
what you mean.
right? Like the bottom
yeah,
and top
yeah.
are like chocolate cake, right?
Uh-huh.
It's got the Oreo thing in it, but the
Mm.
middle, the frosting, we're not gonna do straight frosting.
Ugh.
That would just be gigantic.
Oh yes,
But you do ice cream.
delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
call
You
me
should just
Oreo
team
when
up
you get
with
the chance.
us, and will make you even more money than you already have. It's a win-win.
Hello, guys.
It's
We're
definitely not.
sponsors of Oreo.
I wish.
How awesome
Wait,
is
what?
that? Oh, dude, I would love to say that. We're sponsors.
We sponsor ourselves.
Guess that
The
doesn't make
best
sense.
kind of sponsor. Anyways, do you want to
Oh, yeah.
get to our random topic? Okay, so right here I have
Absolutely.
a random number generator, and I clicked generate. It gave me number 72. So I'm going to go to my dictionary. That was really loud, by the way. It just slammed.
Trusty,
Anyways,
thrusty
let's see.
dictionary.
Just gonna scan down the words. It's in the letter B. So let's see. We got building. We got bulb. We got bulk. We got bulky. We got a bowl. Let's see. How about? I don't know. That's hard. I'm gonna do a different one, just because that didn't seem to have any of them that you could really talk about. Like some of them were just adjectives. It's like adjectives.
Yeah. And some
Yeah.
of them we've already talked
I mean, we
about.
could talk about them again, but we might want to do that after
That's
we've had a
true, we
lot
could.
more topics to cycle through, you know? Anyways. Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's see. Synchronized swimming. Or, wait, there's other ones,
Ooh.
though. We might want to do the synthesizer. Or symptom. Or synagogue, a symphony, symmetry, which we talked about in math the other day, by the way. I think I vote for synthesizer.
Okay. So, the synthesizer is a magical
A
object. No,
delicate
just kidding.
instrument, very beautiful. Yes. Bro.
Here, you talk about the synthesizer. I gotta go get a charger
Okay.
real quick.
Synthesizer
Excuse-me.
is, well, let's think. There are different types. There's small synthesizer keyboards, which 20 to 60 keys maybe. Your average large synthesizer, well, this is the normal size for a keyboard, which would be 84 keys, if I remember correctly. Let me just check really quick. Keys on a keyboard. Okay, 83 or 84. I don't know why I don't know this yet. I just never have thought about it. I'm guessing 84. Okay. Anyways, synthesizer is usually, it's like a normal piano, but it has extra sounds. So you could have, you know, the classic synth sound from lots of different types of music. One good example of a song that uses that today is Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. You know, it goes da 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 with a synth sound. And then there's lots of other synth sounds. You know, there's like weird spooky ones. I don't know. There's like, it goes like, oh, like a choir. You know what I mean?
Well, congratulations.
Oh,
I am
okay.
back now.
Well, I'm gonna finish really quick. Anyways, a synthesizer is like a special piano. Has more than just one voice. It's like a whole ensemble of sounds. It's beautiful. Anyways, do you have anything to say about the synthesizer?
I do, actually. Synthesizers, they came out about the early 80s, I'd say. And they were just a very controversial machine, just because, you know, like, no one had ever seen it before. No one. You know, most everyone was in a band, you know, they're like super laid back. They're like, hey man, you wanna go play the guitar? You know, because that's all they
You
have
want to know
is the
something
guitar
interesting really
and
quick?
the piano.
The very first
What?
electronic synthesizer was developed by a group of engineers in 1955, but it was
Oh wow.
very large, like not portable at all, right? But then later on, they came out with better ones, which were used. The 80s was kind of where they were used a lot in music. It was where you're right. It was kind of controversial though, because people weren't. I don't know. People sometimes liked it. People sometimes didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, so the synthesizer, I don't know, it's just a really cool
Mhm.
machine, you know? Like, nowadays we have, like, really small ones. Like, you could literally buy a synthesizer. Not even buy. Get a free synthesizer app
Yeah.
for your phone.
One really good example is GarageBand. Like that's a synthesizer in a way,
Hmm.
and it's on a tiny screen, right? Probably just about the size of your hand, maybe bigger now, but yeah, it has all types of sounds and music. You have unlimited possibilities because you could use because nowadays you can plug in a sound that you play. If you were to play, I don't know, like a C, D, and E, something like that, for example, you could plug that in and distort it in a program, and it would change. You could have infinite possibilities with music because we have all these different sounds now.
Yeah.
Are you okay? I can hear the
Um,
buzzing.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a synthesizer sound.
Very
It's
nice.
for all y'all. Actually, no,
Uh,
I literally just got a text and it vibrated the entire table it was on, but it sounded
It's
really
just like,
cool.
hey, look at this
So, yeah.
text right now.
It's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it just sounded super low and cool.
Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. I can't go low enough. I don't think.
Yeah, synthesizers are just way
Yeah.
cool. So, if you haven't gotten GarageBand, get
And
it because it's cool.
Yeah.
And you can make
and
music with it.
well, if you have an Android phone or a computer that you can use, there are other good options too.
Mm,
Like FL Studio is a really
Yeah.
good one. Lots of people use that. So yeah,
Oh yeah.
there's lots of good options to make music, and music is pretty important in today. It kind of shapes our culture,
Yeah. Music is literally whatever you want it to
Mhm.
be for you. And it just uplifts everyone. It gets everyone out of funks and weird situations in their lives.
Well, this year's a good example. We've had lots of good music, right? And well, some bad music, but
Mm.
I don't know. It depends on what music you like. And this year, we've had more craziness going on than what we usually have. Like everyone now says the new normal, right? But I think it's interesting
Yeah.
because now we have lots of this good music that, it kind of takes your mind off of everything that is stressing you out. Sometimes you could just go, I don't know. I like going for a bike ride and listening to music. Of course, I only listen in one ear because if I listened with two ears, then I'd probably get ran over by a truck or something like that because I wouldn't be able to hear. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, that's about it for today. You have anything else?
I think. Oh, I had something. Hang on, it's on the tip of my tongue. No, never mind. I'll think of it.
Okay, well,
Okay.
thanks for watching. Make sure to stay hydrated, stay safe, and stay random.
Stay random, guys.
Goodbye. Oh, yeah?
Oh,
Mhm.
one more thing. I almost forgot.